I get asked a lot about what should I do on a sales call, but today I think we're going to cover the more important topic, which is what not to do on a sales call.
Better not be.
If you ever feel like you're hesitating on your sales calls because you don't want to offend somebody or you don't want to do something wrong and lose the deal, then this is going to be a really important video for you because I'm just going to tell you what they are. And then you can avoid them and feel at peace and be confident in your closing calls. I'm Amy Walker, sales doc and small business strategist, and I love diagnosing your sales woes so that we can help you grow your company sales. I have helped hundreds of entrepreneurs and small business owners be able to grow their business to 6 figures and even 7 figures, and I know that you can do it too.
Looks good, Chief. Very natural.
Today I have a list of 10 common sales mistakes, and honestly, this was hard to pick because I had like 20 that were on my mind, but I decided to focus in on the 10 most costly ones. Number 10 is my personal pet peeve, so please listen to that one and never do it again. Tip number 1, don't assume anything. When I'm diagnosing sales calls, oftentimes I'll hear the salesperson go one direction and then the client's like, no, that's not the issue. What happens in that moment is the client feels like you don't actually understand them or their needs.
Are we clear?
No.
Number 2, don't talk more than the client. You want them talking. You want to be asking questions that lead them through the decision-making process because then they are very easy to close.
Are you trying to be clever?
Number 3, don't over-inform. They literally don't need to know everything about your product or your service, and they will ask you about the things that are important to them. So cover the basics and then ask them, what else would you like to know? And answer their questions. An over-informed mind does not say yes because it feels confused and overwhelmed.
How? I mean, wow.
Number 4, don't try to close unqualified leads. Like, if you actually succeed in closing them, they're likely to back out, they're likely to be a pain to work with, and the reality is you're just gonna waste a lot of time trying to close people who are not really a fit and they're not really ready for your services.
Is this a new service the hospital is providing?
Number 5, do not skip overcoming objections. Oh my gosh, when you get to the end and they tell you, well, it sounds really good, but I just don't know if I can afford it. Do not say, okay, well, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate your time. And if anything changes, just, you know where to find me. Don't say it. It's wimpy. And that objection is part of your job, helping them get out of their own way so they can get what they want. That's what we do in sales.
Keep your mind on your job. You hear me?
Number 6. This is also a big pet peeve. Do not go onto that sales call without knowing anything about your client or their needs or their wants or their desires. I had someone beg me for a sales conversation and finally I gave in after like months. I gave in and they sat down and were talking with me and having this meeting and tell me all this stuff. And I was like, you literally know nothing about my company. They said to me, there are some people working this business that are making $8,000 a month. And I was like, that's one sale. Less than one sale. I'm so out. Not only did you not research me, but you're presenting me an opportunity that doesn't even work for me. It doesn't even fit. So no, I'm out.
You're off the case. Go.
Damn it.
Number 7, don't puff up their problems and make them bigger or more dangerous. It's not like, you know, if you don't decide to take charge of your sales and marketing, you're probably going to go bankrupt and end up in divorce or possibly the mental institution, right? Like, their problems are big enough that they were even willing to talk to you, and you don't need to puff them up. You need to find the pain, but you don't need to inflate the pain. That's just manipulation.
Hey, I'm sorry, but she's very little and you're hurting her.
Number 8 is another manipulative sales tactic, which makes it seem like you are the only person that they can possibly work with to solve their problem. And if they don't work with you, then they will never, ever, ever solve this problem. Don't do it. It's not true, it feels manipulative, and it's gonna turn off your clients or increase your rate of people who cancel right after they sign.
Whatever, I want my $20 back.
Sorry.
Number 9, Don't be dishonest or deceitful. I know this should go without saying, but sometimes when you get in that moment where you really want to close the deal and you know that you're super close and they ask you a question and you know the deal depends on that answer, sometimes you get a little tempted. When we first moved to Georgia, we had literally no internet. We signed up with a satellite company and we said, listen, we use this for running our business. This is how much we use per month. Is that going to be okay? And they're like, oh yeah, no big deal. You only have this much data, but nothing happens when you reach it. That was not true, you guys. We had used all of the data in a week and a half. Like 10 days, we had used all of the data. I'm married to a very nice, patient man. I've never seen him so mad before when he was talking to those people because he felt like they had straight up lied to him because they had. So just be honest. If you're not the right fit, you don't need to close that deal.
Not gonna happen again.
Oh my gosh. Are you guys ready for number 10? This is my personal pet peeve. Like honestly, it doesn't even matter if I want what you have. If you do this, I am out. It just rubs me the wrong way. It is people who name drop and they self-aggrandize and they just talk about themselves the whole time. I'm like, that is the most annoying sales tactic in the world. I don't care how many people you know. I care that you actually understand me, my issues, my challenges, my hopes, my dreams, what I want. And yeah, this one totally turns me off. In fact, we between Steven and I, have an ongoing list of people that drive us bonkers because all they do is name drop and talk about themselves. It's a legit issue.
I'm a good stare.
I am passionate about you getting your sales working because that's really why we're in business and that's where all the income starts. So I am gifting you 2 things today. First, I'd love for you to go check out my video, Do I Need High Pressure Sales Tactics? And second, I would love to give you my Sales and Marketing GPS, where you can answer questions about how your sales and marketing are going, and then my team will take your info and customize a personalized improvement plan for you. We'll even review it with you over the phone. All right, my friends, thank you so much for being here. I am the sales doc diagnosing your sales woes so that your sales can be sick. And now I prescribe that you go watch that video.